Hi friends, welcome to Florence Programming. In this video, I am going to explain you about constructor in inheritance. Usually, when we use inheritance concept in our programming, we will create object for derived classes, not for parent classes, because we have the features of reusability so that we can access the parent class property through derived class objects. So suppose we are using constructor in parent class and we have used constructor in derived class also. How do we invoke the initialization process for parent class through derived class? Because we are creating object only for derived class. So when the constructor will get instantiated while creating object, we are not at all creating any object for parent class. So how do we initialize parent class attributes while we are using inheritance concept? I will explain these through example. Let me go to our IDE. Eclipse IDE we are using for Java programming demo. This is our IDE. Here I am creating one class file for our demo. So just to use create class. We can give name for the class. So construct in inheritance. This is the name of the class I have created here. Yes, it has created. Now I am creating one class called student. Student 3 I am giving here. So this is the base class. Let me have this as a base class. So it has some attribute called name and register number and role. This attribute. Now I am creating constructor for the class student 3. The constructor name and class name must be same. So student 3 is our class name. That's why the name of the constructor is student. And we have two attributes under the class student 3. And we can initialize. This is a pointer which point the current object. Even without this also we can initialize. We can use directly. So the role I am using directly here. So yes, this is a constructor we are using here, and we can have one small function to display this value to view the results. That is why we are using display method to display. So here just we can give system.out.println name of the student, name of the student. Next, I'll copy the same line to print the role. The role we can print here. So just role. Role we are printing. Yes. So this is our class. Somewhere we can class is closed here. So it must come here to close. Yes. This is our base class student 3. I am creating another class. So that is class derived class name as student 3. Extends is a keyword to inherit a new class from the base class student. Yes. This is our derived class. See here I am creating one more attribute. Suppose mark. Mark I am creating here. And for this class I am creating one constructor. So constructor is student3, name of the class and name of the constructor, and with only one attribute I am going to assign. See, in this class we will create object. Through that object we can access this property name, role and display method. But here we have a constructor. So when we create object for stud3, that time this will be instantiated. Similarly, when we create object for stud3, that time this subclass will be instantiated. And here the question is, when you create object for our subclass, how this constructor will get instantiated. So for that we are using one keyword called super. So you please listen here, you could understand. Here string n I am using, which belongs to base class attribute I am going to pass, and 3 attributes. See, 2 belongs to parent class and the remaining 1 belongs to here. So just you can give first super is a keyword which point the immediate parent class. So the immediate parent class for student 3 is student 3. So student 3 has two parameter we are using here, n and r, that we are passing from the constructor of the derived class using the keyword super. And the next we have a mark attribute here in the subclass that you can pass like this. So this is the way we can use constructor during inherited classes. So similarly here we can create one more function to display the mark for a student. So mark. So just we can display mark here. Yes, this. So this is so super is a keyword we can use which point the immediate parent class here. So here in the parent class we are using two parameters, that is n and r, that we are passing here. This n and r not necessary to be as it is. Here you can use n1 and r1 also. So just we are passing the value, that's all. So not necessary to be use the same parameter here. Yes. Now in the main method we can define the main method here. Public static void main. Static void main. So the parameter string. Yes, we can create object for stud3. That is this one, which is equal to new stud3 of. Here we have to pass the values for all the parameter marked. Now through this s1 dot display, so it will display this. Here you can have s1. We can use display also, that is called overriding. In the next coming video I will explain about overriding. That time we can see display 1 here. So just when we create the object s1, so just it will go here, this constructor. In this constructor we are using super is a keyword. So just it will pass this value, first two parameter. The parameter may be of any order, not necessary to be the first is the parent parameter and the next is a subclass parameter, not like that, in any order. But here you can assign which are the parameters you are going to pass to the parent class. So super of n1 comma r1. So this the name Della and roll number 1, 2, 3 will be passed to the parent class, that will be printed through the display class, the last value. Now we can test the program. Just to save the program and execute the program. Just yes, name Della, roll number. So we are not at all creating any object for the parent class. Through the super derived class we are calling. So the constructor we are invoking through derived class using the keyword super. So if you are using multi-level constructor, there also you can pass the value to the immediate next parent class. From the immediate next parent class again you can pass to the its base class. So this is the way we can use constructor in inheritance. Hope you understood about how to use constructor in inheritance. Thank you very much.